Hey everybody, welcome in, it's Nova here. We're here with another Frostpunk achievement guide. I got a request from Vincenti82, sorry if I mispronounced your name. Vincenti requested a little bit of help with a couple of the Frostpunk achievements for the last autumn scenario, one of which was for All Along the Watchtower, and the other was for Arise Ye Workers. This video will focus on All Along the Watchtower. For this one, what you need to do is complete the game as normal. However, you can only have engineers and convicts left at the end of the game. Otherwise, the gameplay is the same. So let's help Vincenti out. And because this is one of the achievements that is not dependent on what difficulty you are playing on, I will be showcasing it on the easy difficulty. So right away, before I do anything else, get everyone harvesting the stuff around the generator pit and pass party meals. Once I've done that, I build the road heading out towards the edge of the ring. And then dismantle the road there. Build my first workshop over there. And get it running right away. And then once I get that in, get the engineers in, get them into making the docks, research immediately. Then once I've got that researching, I'll go for the tents that I need to house my initial workforce, which consists of 90 people. 15 engineers and 65 workers is what you are started with by the game. And then build the roads heading up. The docks research is completed, which is good. On the next in-game day, I will be making one as soon as resources allow for it. Alright, once I can pass a new law, I go for the chapel. One of the easiest ways to maintain your motivation in the game. We will be encountering the issue with the motivation shortly. On in-game day 3. Alright, get that first docks going right away. And then get it working as soon as you are able to. And now we are able to build the telegraph station because we have established that. Okay. Good. Alright, once you've got the docks, you want to go for stage 2. And then you want to go for the reloading station as fast as you can get it. This will definitely help you with getting your resources stockpiled, especially early on in the game. For those of you who saw my Ducks in a Row video, the beginning part of the game is going to play out quite similarly, until we reach the point where we can pick between the workers and the engineers to side with. Now with the chapel, once you've passed it, you can get evening service.
New company rules are in place.
Very useful. You can use that to mitigate a good chunk of your motivation loss. And you can also use it for motivation gain if all of your people are living within range of one. Let's say we did just take care of that. And I like to use a tent as a marker when I go to make the chapel, because then I can maximize how many people it's able to reach. Because you can see its radius if you click on it. You can see what tents it can reach. I've got a bit of a strategy for this. I build my camp in a pretty specific way, but it's for a specific reason. And you can go for the reloading station next, so you can gather faster. Once you've got that going, I would build the other 2 workshops at this point.
Quitting time. Take a breather.
So then you can employ the other 10 engineers and get them established. I'm also going to get ready to build the telegraph station on this side of the map. I choose to build it over here because then I've got space over here for other stuff. Alright, so once you've done that, you can now order stuff from the station. I'm gonna go ahead and get a few extra engineers, because I'm gonna need them in a medical facility. Alright, now a bunch of the stuff is being depleted. So now I'm gonna make the second basic docks and go for steel. Because I'm gonna need a ton of that. And then get the reloading station as soon as you can, because that will increase your efficiency. You will need to reassign your workers though, which is kind of silly, but that's fine. Alright, the next thing I like to get set up for is the medical care. Alright, let's get that one producing steel. And we can also build the reloading station right away, which is very handy. So let's go ahead and do that. And once we've done this, I'm gonna make a cookhouse at this point just to feed my people. Alright, I've got the engineers.
Good morning, people. Time to get busy.
Let's go ahead and make that cookhouse, and then we'll make the tent for the engineers so that they are not homeless. Then you can go for the care house as well. Let's get the workers in there to make the stuff. Alright, now that we've got those things established, we've got resources going, we can go for the fishing harbor. At least I prefer to. You can go for the foragers' quarters if you choose. I prefer the fishing harbor, though. Perfect timing. I can get it built and established in the same day. And then they can start producing food in the morning, which is good. Perfect. And now I will set up for another 20 workers to come in by ship. The ships take about 24 hours to arrive, so just bear that in mind. And then the final step for medical care, I prefer to go with prosthesis shipments. I find it easier. You can now order prosthetics from the telegraph station. Alright, now that we've got the fishing harbor, we can start focusing on the generator construction. So now we can go for the profiles manufacture and start working on that. I'm going to place the building down, but I'm not going to do anything yet because I'd like to get my resources stockpiled a little bit, because we're going to need to be able to move pretty quickly. Alright, steel, and then coal. Alright, we've got a spot for them all. Once you've got that, you don't have to do that, I just prefer to go for drafting machines. We can wait for that. Alright, we've got those extra workers. That's good. Gonna get the road built. So that when I need more shelter, I don't have to worry about connecting it. The connection is already there.
Sun's up. Get to work, people.
Alright, everybody's present. Alright, once you've got tier 2, for the profiles manufacturer, there's an upgrade called Optimized Materials to reduce material cost of structural profiles by 20% and time required to make them by half. Very, very useful. Alright, now I'm gonna get that last basic dock set up to produce coal, because I will need that.
Quitting time. Take a breather.
And I will need lots of it as we go along. Alright, and I can get workers assigned to these things right away. How many spare workers do I have? 20. I will definitely need more. Alright, once you've got healthcare established, go for the bathhouse. I don't make use of this building at all, but the law that allows you to make it is a prerequisite for something that I do use. And you can dismantle it right away. No big deal there.
We've got work to do.
Alright, so now we need to make 8 of these structural profiles. So I'm waiting for the wood to produce there. Excellent. We've got 8 of those in the queue. If you look down here in the corner, you can see where you are time-wise. We're about a day ahead of schedule at this point. And now this is where work safety becomes a problem. But because we're making those profiles, we're farther ahead of schedule than we were before. Which is always good. You never want to fall behind, ever. You want to avoid that at all costs. And once you're able to, if you made the fishing harbor, go for finer mesh. I like to go for 2 shifts first before passing the safety procedures law, because you can get your facilities working 24/7. You need double manpower for them to be at maximum efficiency, but if they're working around the clock, you effectively get the same results. Alright, now that we've got finer mesh researched, I'm gonna go for food and health. I'm gonna dig back into healthcare once I'm able to. The game never plays out exactly the same way every single time. I mean, you can have a set build order, but sometimes you may have to adjust it depending on what happens in-game. Because while there are predictable elements in aspects of the scenarios, it's not always. Alright, so we are 3 days ahead of schedule. We're doing okay. Going for the mechanical calculators. Now, in order to get the infirmary, the prerequisite is the medical post upgrade. I will now enact safety procedures to satisfy that. And you can see now with the high motivation, workplace efficiency has gone up.
Shift's over. Stow your tools.
Alright. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Now we're working on getting the infirmary. Gonna build some more housing for my folks. And get another chapel on the other side of the map to make sure that everybody is covered by one. Alright, now we've got the infirmary. Can throw one down for better healthcare. Always useful. Gonna build the roads up in advance so that when I need to build more stuff to house my workers, I can do that. But now we've got the toxic gas to deal with, which is fantastic. Always a fun time. Alright, once you've got the infirmary, you can kind of dig back into generator construction. I would advise going for the ventilation plant for this. And once you get safety procedures, you can get after-hours equipment maintenance. This can increase work safety, which is of course very important. And then, because you've got Tier 3 already, you can go for the efficient fans upgrade, which is good. Yeah, the toxic gases will fluctuate constantly, so you'll want to keep an eye on that as much as you can. Yeah, let's get a couple more steam cores on the way. Alright, while we're waiting for that, we're gonna go for Tier 4 right away. And I'll show you guys why. Alright, labor. And once you've if you enacted 2 shifts, you can enact shift work coordination to reduce the amount of workers required to max it out. Alright, because the gases have gone up, I'm actually going to cancel out that facility. I'm going to close it and evacuate the workers. Have them head into resource production temporarily until the gases come back down. Alright, we gotta get Tier 4 because for the machine shop, the next building we're going to need, the efficiency upgrade is in that tier. Alright, we're waiting for those steam cores to come in as well, so we do have time. We're about 2 days ahead of schedule, so we're okay. Yeah, I need a steam core for the ventilation plant. So I need to wait anyway. Get the streets rebuilt. I dismantled them at the beginning of the game because they do provide a good amount of wood. And that early game wood is critical for getting your group going quickly. Alright, we can't do anything else in labor. We can, however, go for comfortable quarters and make people a little bit happier with their living arrangements. Alright, so we'll go ahead and make the ventilation plant. Pull some of the workers back out again. And stick them in there. Yeah, I'm working on it. And we'll build the machine shop right away as well. Good. And now we are in a much better position. We're getting back ahead of schedule. We're staying on track, which is good. In advance, we're going to go ahead and build the foundry. We will need that for sure. That's another one of the buildings that are required for generator construction. We don't need that until the next stage, though. Well, a couple stages from now. But it's helpful to have it going sooner, though. Yeah, I don't really need anything else from here for right now, so we're gonna hold off. Alright, so there is a scripted accident around the 70% mark, so I'm gonna keep an eye on this. Looks like I need to increase my food production. If you can get your workplace safety to the unhealthy level, however, you can mitigate that accident from occurring. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the advanced fishing harbor so I can produce more food. Now, because our wood stockpile is full, I'm actually going to start queuing up for the next parts of the generator that are going to be required, so that I can have them ready to construct when the time comes. And so here is that scripted accident. It's basically a cave-in that occurred. If your workplace safety was high enough, you can send a rescue team, and all you end up with are some injured workers, which is arguably better than nothing. Alright, the advanced harbor is ready. But now the workers will start to go on strike, and you'll need to do certain things. You'll need to pick your resolution. Now, for All Along the Watchtower, we have to side with the engineers and build the factory inspectorate and head up that pathway. Alright, so now this is where the motivation loss starts to accelerate. Is approximately at this point. But we are all done with the shaft structure, though. So we are done with stage 1 of the generator. So now what we need to do is we need 10 structural profiles and 10 steam exchangers. English. So we're gonna go ahead and queue up the steam exchangers. For the scripted accident that occurs next, if you make 5 extra steam exchangers, you can mitigate that accident. Mitigate the results. We're gonna go for the steam reloading station, though. We need to increase that steel production, and we need to do it quick. Now, I'm actually going to be building quite far ahead here with these structural profiles. We need 10 for this stage, but we need 50 for the next stage. So I'm going to build them all now, just so that we can get ahead and stay ahead. Let's get the engineers in there. I forgot to stick them in. It's my bee. Yeah, let's get some workers in the wood. Alright, so now we've got all the profiles that we need. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the public house, because the people were asking for it.
Attention, regulations change.
Perfect. Alright, we're about 7 hours ahead of schedule, so I'm gonna yank some of my workers out here so we can get these structural profiles going. We're doing good on steel. And that's the beauty of this game. You can freely move your workers and engineers from place to place wherever you need them, which is good. Oh, quick. Ah! There we go. Alright, and now we need to start moving up the labor law tree so that we can get to the crux of this achievement. Getting all the convicts. Everywhere! And I'm gonna need lots of engineers for this. Thankfully, I've got 3 days to do this. Yeah, I can set up the pressure valves. And then once those workers are done, Actually, because I've got a few extra guys, I'll throw them in. Alright, we're good. And I can dump those extra workers in. You don't want to get too far behind schedule if you can avoid it. It's inevitable. It's gonna happen. That's okay. As you can see, we are quickly coming back up ahead, though. So we're gonna be okay. Plus, then, with those structural profiles already built, we are actually prepared ahead of time for the next stage. And as you can see, now we're getting to be a good amount ahead of schedule. We are doing pretty well. Nope. I need some more shelter. I need more tents. Alright, we are just about done. Alright, the pressure valves are done. Let's make those steam exchangers for the tower pumps. Let's get some extra engineers because we're going to need them. Yeah, now we're about 3 days ahead of schedule, so we're okay. Alright, after the overseers stations, you need security outposts. That's the next step. However, we gotta build the overseer station first. But we can go straight into it afterwards, though. Alright, generator. Tower pumps. Go. Double time here, boys. We got work to do. And we've got a work accident. Damaged scaffolding. Well, we've got plenty of prosthetic limbs, so we can get those guys treated. Thankfully, no, though, that has gone down now to the harmful level. And we can produce safety equipment, so then I can turn off safety procedures so they work a little bit faster. Alright, now that we've got the wood stock full, I'm gonna yank those workers out. Now they're on strike. Eh? Will they take it? Nope. Okay. I don't know how it went down to dangerous at any point, but that's fine. Alright, so while we are waiting for this stage to finish, you can go for the security outposts right away. We can start queuing up for the next stage. We are going to need steel composites, but as you notice, they cost 25 and 50. If we get innovative process, they will cost 25 and 40 instead. So we're going to go for that. Yeah, we've got our amputees coming back to work, so that's good. More tents. Alright, then there's the tower pumps scripted accident. But because we've got the safety equipment, we can send a rescue and save them. Which is good. We've got some amputees, but that's alright. We can get some more prosthetics. I'm gonna order some, because I'm probably gonna run out. Alright, and to queue up for the next stage, we need 25 steel composites. Thankfully, now that they cost less, we can get him queued. Yeah, go ahead and search. Search them! Alright, so now stage 2 is done. Because we queued up those structural profiles, we can now get the support frames into position right away. Good stuff. Now we can get the workers in to make the steel composites that are required for this stage. As far as research, you don't really need anything else. Unless you want, like, infirmary checklists, we'll go for it. It's not really needed, though. But now that you've got the security outposts, we are here with the crux of the run, the Penal colony. We will need to make lots and lots of these. Then we will need lots of security outposts to manage them. So I'm going to build the roads to finalize that outer ring. And now, because we have the penal colony, we can lease convicts from the mainland. However, we're going to make our own. Eventually. I'll show you guys how to do that once we get there. Alright, we've got a few extra prosthetics. Got all the workers done. Now we can get the core in place.
Good work. Remember to report slackers.
We'll go ahead and get the support frames done first. You can turn off the ventilation plant, save some coal. In the meantime, I will throw a steam reloading station over on the coal production, so I can get more. And the workers are coming back into the fray, which is good.
Shift is over. Report to your quarters.
Alright, that one's done. If you guys can start working on that one now. Yeah, I'm gonna queue up for steel. Get him in there.
The work shift starts. Move.
Yeah, it doesn't look like I can quite get 10 engineers just yet.
Attention all
There we go.
personnel. Work is over for today.
Alright, so now we can mitigate the danger in the core by building 5 extra steel composites. Yeah. Sorry. Alright, now that we've got the penal colony, this is what's gonna make this achievement really, really easy to get. Roundups! So what we can do with this is up to 15 workers will become convicts. Alright, now we can build the fire dampeners and get the boys back in. But let me show you guys the roundup ability. Round them up! You can round up the workers, and they will become convicts. I will round up some more. The main issue with having convicts running around the map is they require supervision by the engineers, aka the overseers. Or they cannot work. So that is something to bear in mind. And you cannot use an overseer station either. It has to be a security outpost. So just to help you guys out there. Alright, let's scatter them about. I'm gonna need another one over here to cover these buildings. Gonna need a road. Okay. And the workers can kind of come from anywhere. And you can use the ability once per security outpost per day, so you can actually do this very quickly. This achievement. And you can see how many workers you have left to turn into convicts by looking down here in the corner. So we've got 90 workers that we still have to turn into convicts. Somehow. Well, we're just gonna round them up, and then they have to listen to us. Nope. We've got a dangerous workplace condition. Funny thing with the convicts, though, is they cannot strike, which makes them very useful. Yeah, I'm gonna prioritize getting my engineers into these buildings. Roundups! Come on. Be my slaves. Be my slave labor. They're effectively slave labor, these guys. And they actually eat less too, so they come with a host of advantages. Your discontent goes up a mitful when you use the ability, but you end up with lots and lots of convicts. Be careful, though, with rounding up too many, because you need to have enough penal colonies to house them all. So you will probably have to build more if you plan on using this strategy, the roundups. It makes it really easy, so I would really recommend it. For those of you who might be having trouble with this achievement. Yeah, we need to get a security outpost activated. Can actually pull the engineers out of research and stick them over there. Okay. Yeah, I've got a lot of my convicts working elsewhere, but I need to queue up the rest of the resources for the remainder of the game. Which is going to end up being 50 Steam exchangers, so I'll go ahead and start queuing.
Remember to stow the tools.
Yep, we got another workplace accident. Yeah, we don't need to worry about safety, though. Alright, so we're basically done in the law book. We don't need anything else. We are just fine. Our motivation is still pretty high.
Attention! Get to work immediately!
Yeah, let's get some meals going. No! Oops. Misclick. Don't mind me. Just misclicking. Alright. Convicts! Give me more! More of them! Alright, let's build another penal colony. As you can see, we no longer have any workers anywhere on the map. But we are now having the scripted accident in the core. Which is basically a fire! Yay! But because we made the fire dampeners, we can ignore it. Alright, we've got the Steam exchangers queued. Oh, yeah. And if you don't have enough space in the penal colonies, they'll escape. So just make sure you have enough space. If you don't, it's not that hard to build some more. And they house 25 convicts each. So if that helps anyone. No! We don't even have to worry about strike risk at all. And you can see that down here, that if only convicts are assigned, they can't go on strike, the work site. If you have a mix of workers and convicts, though, the place can still go on strike, so bear that in mind.
Attention all personnel. Work is over for today.
Oh, yeah. I got a problem. I do not have workers to make the penal colonies. I totally forgot about that. That's my bad, guys. I can easily remedy the problem, though. Yeah, convicts cannot build anything outside of the generator parts. So don't make that same silly mistake that I did. Yeah. Servitude. I don't even like servitude anyway. Yeah, motivation's falling pretty dramatically.
Place is in order. Medical services needed at the construction site.
Yeah, of course. Wait. I ordered engineers. I thought I ordered workers. I mean, I could use the engineers, though. But that's not really what I wanted.
The work shift starts. Move.
Right, now I think I can pull the convicts out of steel.
Shift is over. Report to your quarters.
Alright, so we're done there. Let's try to pick up the pace. But now the gases are no longer venting, which is good. Alright, yeah, let's get the workers to... Yeah, now the motivation is low. So workplace efficiency has dropped. It's because I misclicked on servitude.
To work. Remember to report slackers.
Eh. It happens, though. Alright, let's get the two thermal hulls going. Let's just play the game of roundup. And get them in right away.
Workday is over. Remember to stow the tools.
Yeah, I don't need convicts in this area anymore either, so I'm gonna yank them out. See if I can finish this quickly. Yeah, it's gonna drop pretty quickly. Yeah, efficiency has fallen.
Get to your workplaces now.
Just to verify, yep. We don't have any workers running around the camp anywhere.
Attention all personnel. Work is over for today.
Alright. Yeah, we're still doing okay, even though our efficiency has dropped. Yeah, we need all the convicts we can get. Oh, here comes the cold. Come on, boys.
The work shift starts. Move.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to raise motivation any further, so hopefully we can finish shortly.
Shift is over. Report to your
Alright, so that thermal hull is just about done. Let's get the guys into there. Get my food production back up, because I'm starting to lose it. Lose my stockpile. Yeah, I'm thinking I'll be able to finish pretty shortly here. Despite the efficiency loss.
all employees. Report for work at once.
About 18, 19 hours. We'll be able to finish. No problem.
Workday is over. Remember to stow the tools.
Alright, 12 hours left. We're looking pretty solid here, people. Yes, 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 I know my logistical limit is reached, but I don't need anything else because I'm about to finish. Alright. Less than an hour. And there we are, folks! That is the achievement All Along the Watchtower. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little achievement guide here, courtesy once again of Vincenti82 for requesting it. I will be doing Arise Ye Workers next in the next Frostpunk achievement guide. Hope to see you guys there!